Now, the reason why I think these are great is because you could use them in the refrigerator for your produce. They collapse down when they're not in use. Use them in the laundry room. If you have to soak any delicates, this is a great place to do it. Great place to organize sports equipment. Even get your cleaning kit together for all that spring cleaning that we're deep into now. And then when you're done with it, you can pop it into the dishwasher. We've heard from folks saying they use these for gardening. They use these as a camping sink when they leave the house, but we have different color choices for you this year, and this one is a set of 2 for $24.99. I cannot believe it, but this color choice that we have in front of us is the gray. Remember, you're getting a set of 2. This is what it looks like when it's collapsed down, by the way. Here's the gray. Right next door to it, we've got it in the teal. Isn't that pretty? And then right next door to that, we have it for you in a blue. We have 2 more choices on .com. We've got the moss. We have 800 in moss. And in red, we have about 950 left to go around. 5 easy payments of $5, and Chef Jeremy Parker is coming back in to talk to us all about it. Chef Jeremy, I know you are quite the gardener, my friend. I'll bet you use these at your house all the time.
You know, I do. I probably use these, every day. I have a few sets of these under my sink, in the garden. I put produce in it, I rinse things in it, I defrost in it. I do my collard greens with vinegar and water. I soak them in here. And let's be honest, I know it says it's a collapsible dish drainer. These are basically buckets, okay? But I've never seen a bucket that has a drain in the bottom. So this comes out, you can loosen it to strain it. You can pull it out if you want the water just to drain straight through it. Tighten it like that, it makes a watertight seal. And then pull this up and you have yourself a bucket. You're gonna wash your car, you have a bucket. If you're gonna wanna soak maybe something in bleach, it's totally fine. You have a bucket for that. Not only that, you have 2 of them. So if you wanted to do something and put a cover on it, now you have a cover for your bucket with the second one. It is such a brilliant design, and what I love is that none of us have too much space to store things. So 2 large buckets fold down to this much of a footprint. It is awesome. If maybe you had an old one, you want to renew them. This is Henning Lee, and you know we love Henning Lee. They're known to make some of the best problem solution products in the world, and you're getting the set of 2 of these. You will use these all the time. I can't recommend them high enough.
You know, I was looking at these, the fact that we get a set of 2, you know, we mentioned camping and soaking your delicates and all of those things that we could use them for kind of come to mind first. I think of the people in my family who are crafters. My sister dyes her own wool. And so I look at these as this would be a great bucket to dye clothing, to dye your crafting supplies. This is also a great place if you are somebody that makes your own jewelry and you need a space that's big enough to be able to handle it. Or if you need to clean something that can't be knocked around in a big space, this is going to do it for you. And then if you need to use them 2-3 times a year, the price justifies itself. But then that's all the room that they're taking up in any pantry or any shelf.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I mean, whether you're doing cocktails or you have drinks and you get 2 of them, you fill with ice, they hold all this weight. I mean, you could put your champagne in here if you're doing, I don't know, mimosas or something for Sunday brunch or whatever it is. And I love it too. Even right now it's raining, so if you wanted to put this in your car and just expand it and put your wet shoes or your wet umbrella in here. Smart. Under the sink, I mean, all of your chemicals and your cleaning supplies here. I love it for that. Or even if you want to brine a turkey, brine a shrimp, let's get in the kitchen. How about this? I love doing this. So keep it flat, open this up so it drains. And if you want to defrost, say, frozen shrimp or any of your frozen meats or anything like that, or put it in here. Of course, if you have a lot, you can expand it. You don't have to. And then that's a great way to defrost that. All that runoff, shrimpy sort of defrosted water will go right into the sink. So, and I love too that, Mary, it does have feet on it, if you notice there.
I did.
So it sits up, so it doesn't sit in the water that it's draining, if that's dirty water or whatnot. And it stores underneath your countertop. So 2 large buckets that take up very little space. Highly recommend it.
And
love it for gardening.
Anywhere that you need to contain the yuck. you can use these for sure. I also like the fact that we have color choices for you. So here on the table in front of me is the set of 2 in the gray. We also have the set of 2 in that pretty teal. And then we've got the set of 2 in the blue. That's most popular. And then we have the set of 2 in the red. And then finally, we have the set of 2 in the moss. They're $24.99 after being $34 at the QVC price. They're $12.50 a piece. I think, too, Jeremy, of the folks in my family that love to go fishing, this is a good boat bucket. Take your bait.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, put your bait in there, or your fresh catch, or whatever it is, or just
beers.
Some cold ones with ice. Beers, yeah, it. Yeah.
But this is once you have
that
little stopper in the bottom, it's leak proof.
It really is. And what I love is this is a new design. So they've redesigned it so it's going to last a little. If you look, there used to be a little ring. That ring in the drain. Yeah, there used to be a little ring there. They made it so it actually tightens without having that extra little thing there.
That's great.
Yeah, so that, because that little piece tended to wear out, so they just made it better. The silicone is going to last longer. It stores flat. If you have a boat, an RV, a motorhome in the back of your car, like you said, fishing, it's just a wonderful thing to have, because how often do you need a bucket? If you're going to wash your car, if you have kids that have the cleats or the spikes that just have mud all over them, put this in the back of the car, and then you can hose it out, what we love, and this rinses out. And I love this too, like you say, I mean, my garden isn't ready yet. I haven't even planted anything. It's gonna freeze this week, so I'm waiting. But this is what I fill up: my tomatoes, my peppers, my bell peppers, whatever I'm growing, my green beans, and I always rinse them off outside for a first rinse, and then I wash them again a second time. That's just how I am. And again, it's just a great way to do that. It's very handy. It stores down. Use it all the time.
It just makes so much sense. Jeremy, you know, I thought of another thing too. I like to load up the guest room. For anybody who's staying at our house, I load your room. I try to think of whatever you could need. Like where my parents stay in our house, I put an iron in there. Every guest room has a towel rack so that you can bring your towel to the bedroom and hang your towel in the bedroom. I think anybody who visits your house that has little ones that are prone to accidents, you could have one of these in the guest room so that if they needed to soak anything separately and, you know, just kind of get that they just have a bucket in their room, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. So I kind of think I need these in the guest room in my house.
I love that. Yeah, when I have accidents, I bleach them. I spill stuff on my shirt, so I end up just bleaching them. So I've used
Jonathan just asked me, what does that say about your guests? Listen.
You were the hostess with the mostest.
Life is messy, and I'm okay with it.
That's right.
Here it is in the set of 2 in the gray. Here's the set of 2 in the teal. And then the blue is the most popular still in our show. Here's the set of 2 in the red. And here's the set of 2 in the moss. Now we have 5 easy payments of $5. Jeremy, will you please come hang out with us again?
Yes, ma'am. Got a few more things.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, thank you. See you shortly. By the way, remember, there's no reorder on that.